What is up, you guys? Happy Tuesday, June 28th, 6 p.m. GRC, what's up, my man? Dude, who's feeling good today, man? Like, I know everyone's not. And we all have our days where like we feel good. And then there's days we don't, man. But like, you know, it's something I realized today is like we have the power to determine what kind of day we have from the moment we wake up. And I know there's times when it's way harder. There's times when you're alone. There's times when you're broke. There's times when your girlfriend broke up with you and she cheated on you. There's times when you lose everything and it's way harder to have a good day. But the truth is, when you ask yourself, could I have a good day regardless of what happens around me? The truth is, yes, you can. And it really starts with just deciding I'm going to have a good day. I don't care what is happening around me. I'm going to choose to make the most of my 24. And it's hard, man. When I look to my idols, there's some people that are just able to be on every single day. Especially like, I feel like vloggers, out of anybody, they're just able to like somehow create content every day, regardless. And they're going through shit. That they're not financially sound all the time. And yet somehow they're able to push through, make content every day, and just grind, man. And it's not easy, man. It's the secret though. Like, because the truth is like, if you allow everything around you to determine how you feel, you're a victim every day, man. And sometimes life is good and it's, you could be happy, but if you can take the times when you're down, when you're out, and control how you feel, you're unstoppable. Nothing can penetrate you, man. No, not a person, not a situation. It's like you have this trust in yourself that you can get through it. And I think that's why a lot of people that come from rough backgrounds have an advantage because they've been there. And the good news is that if you everyone's been through their shit, man. Like, life is life, and it's unique for everybody. Some people are more financially well off, but like, they've got their own thing with their family, or they're so lonely, but yet they're well off. Like, everyone's got their thing, man. But everyone has that power to say, I'm going to have a good day and I'm going to make the most of it. Cause the world is giving you all this stuff you have no control over, that you feel helpless, and you are, because you don't have control. But there are things you underestimate, how much of your life that you control, that you get to decide, no, that's not how it's going to go today. I'm not going to lay in bed, watch YouTube all day and lose a day, because life's precious, man. It really is. And I'm going off. This wasn't even planned, man. It's like, I came on to talk about team and Maxi and base, but man, it's so much bigger. Like, sometimes I get frustrated with crypto Twitter because, we're all talking about like one small, very small aspect of our lives. And yet, like, we're all living a unique journey through this crazy thing we call life, and we don't really talk about it at all. Some people open up, um, and sometimes I do miss the days where people were more personal online. Like, when I first joined Twitter, when it first came out, people had their profile picture and they were tweeting about their life, and there was honesty, and like, it wasn't always pretty, but like you could be who you are. And we've evolved from that. And it started before like Web3 and DeFi and crypto, but it's brought us to a place where a lot of people are hiding behind anonymity, um, and they're expressing things through the medium of crypto. And what I mean by that is, when you see people attacking other people on their character and who they are, man, when I see that, it's a reflection of how they're feeling about themselves. And there's not an accountability factor when there's not a piece online that is you. I mean, you created the profile, but it's you hold, there's no real repercussions except for your identity that you've created online. And so the good news with that is, like, people are being honest, sometimes, not all the time, but man, I just want you to know, man, whatever you're going through out there, like, you're not alone. You're not. There's, especially in our community, there's people around you that care, and they want you to be honest with yourself. And I go in these phases where I research psychology and I research personal development, and I know all this stuff, man. I know everything. I've studied Tony Robbins. I studied they're all my idols, and I know this stuff. And even knowing that stuff, it's so hard to apply in your own life sometimes. It really is. But that doesn't mean it's not valuable stuff to know, because when I go back to it, and when I start listening to good things that push me to think bigger, and force me to look at the story I'm telling myself about my life, it changes you. It does. And it's a combination of listening to good stuff, and executing on the habits that will give you a better life. Sleeping, eating well, exercising, like the basic things that you should do. For some reason, they're just really hard to do when you're down and you're out and you're, even though you should, and it would change everything. Sometimes I feel like it is like a self-deprecating thing where it like gives you the stress, the exact same stress level that you're adding to your own life is equal to if you were on the other side of it and you were doing all the things you're supposed to be doing. The same amount of energy and effort and stress, it's equal, and it's just a different way to get that same energy. So with Maximus, just pivoting, man. With Maximus, I envision this community being so much more than just a crypto community. I really do. And this is kind of the one of those, like, when you launch something, you bring it to life, it is a it is like you weaving yourself into what it is that you're building. And for me, man, I've been on a personal journey the past 8-10 years, like of really finding myself and learning and developing. And I'm so grateful that I hit a point in my life where it forced me to go on this journey. And I truly want that for everybody. When I see our community, I don't see holders. I truly see gladiators that want to build a legacy. And if that's you, like, you're in the right spot. Like, if you want to build a name that lasts, if you want to build wealth while you build yourself, that's what I want to build. It's not just about getting rich. That's like, man, it just doesn't, it doesn't inspire me at all. I'm in it for life changing, world changing power. And not as a founder. I'm talking about community. I'm talking about if we really fully tapped ourselves to change the world, we can. And from the beginning of our community, I have just been so encouraged with the type of person that is joining. It's so different and it's really powerful. And yes, I am helping build this, but my vision is for this community to expand so much further, like beyond myself, where if you're listening to this right now, like where you have the power to really change other people's lives, both financially, but also actually improving another person's ability to come into who they're supposed to be. And that's so rare, man. Like, how many people do you know that are just mindlessly living through life? And when you talk to them, you just know that they want more, but they just don't know what to do, or they don't have a place where other people are on that same journey. And so that's the vision for me. This is, and I know, the thing is, like, this there is going to be a level of depth with Maximus that a lot of people are really uncomfortable with. And I'm okay with that, because at the end of the day, we are going to be launching great assets for people that, if just simply viewed as a financial asset, and that's how deep you want to go with Maximus, it's available 100%. And so, for me, I do need to figure out a way to not feel like, make people feel like if you're not about this, then you're not welcome, because you are. And but at the same time, I've been looking for so long for a medium and a community to grow with, and it's really hard to find today. It really is. When you're out at a dinner party and you're starting a conversation like, oh, what do you do? Well, and for me, like, I don't have a lot of close friends. I have a lot of friends. I don't have a lot of close friends that I get real with, because where my mind is at is very different than most people, as far as what I think about and what I'm after. And I think everyone here can relate. When you're in the crypto world, it's almost like you're on a different planet than everyone else. And we're learning, and we're pushing things forward. And, sometimes that can lead to feeling pretty lonely because it's hard to like connect because everyone's talking about the news and you're like, dude, Pulse Chain's coming out, so I think everyone can relate to that. For me, there is kind of this inner like drive for more. It's always been that way, and I live in an ideal world where my close friends are the people that I can text all my crazy thoughts to and my my product ideas and all of that, and those are my close friends. That's kind of like when I really invest in someone else, we just align on something like that. And for Maximus, it's not going to be just that. Like I want to empower the gladiators to find their own thing, and it doesn't just have to be promoting Maximus. Like with Hex, I was really inspired because you have this community of people that are all kind of expressing their like, there's people that are like exploring and seeing if like, oh, can I be a streamer? Can I be an online personality? And it was beautiful, man. Like that's amazing that people are like opening up and trying new things and they're not just working a 9 to 5. Most people don't do that. That's amazing. And I want to expand that. I want to not only like support you in how you support Maximus, but like support you in what you want in your life. It might not be entrepreneurial. It might be being a great dad, being a great mom, supporting your family. It whatever it is for you. I want to support that, and I want Maximus to support the one part of your life which is really key. We talk about fix the money, fix the world. Fix your money, fix your world is how I view it. Because if you have money, you have power to do more for yourself, to do more for the people around you, the people that you love, that you want to give stuff to. If you're broke, you can't. And so, as we're growing Maximus and as we're developing new assets, we're going to be getting real on goals and how to not just 10,000x on our tokens, if that happens, but to actually utilize them to have your goals set, and then to utilize them to get what you want in life, not what everyone else wants, not to get the watches, not to get the cars. If you want those things, you can, but actually for the first time carrying what you want, which most people don't talk about. So, yeah, I appreciate it. I just went off for 20 minutes. That was off the top. I did not plan that at all. It's just been on my heart. And, I've been hopping in Twitter spaces. And the thing I'm coming back to a lot is everyone is we're going through this like cycle, and everyone's going through it differently. And you have to respect everyone's different experience. If you have $1 million in Hex versus $1,000, the drawback for price for the $1 million is a lot bigger. So you have to appreciate that. But for the $1,000 person, it's still significant. It might be more significant. And everyone's unique, right? So the thing I've been thinking about a lot, especially for the people that are getting into this crypto game with a 9 to 5 with savings, is figuring out new ways for us to make money. Cash flow is so key to get to that next level. And a 9 to 5, yeah, you can make a couple thousand, but the world is filled with so much opportunity that like, and we have so much knowledge in this community that we have to be able to figure out how to connect those dots, because I know for a fact that there's so many people in our community that are so willing to work hard. They just don't know what to do and they don't know how to make the money. So that's one dot I want to connect. And, with Maximus, as far as like products we're going to launch, this will probably be more of a, maybe a community of people that are looking to make more money on this side. And, people making more money gives them more capital to invest in the things that you love. So that's one future, plan for Maximus is I do want to open that gate and empower our community and not necessarily always focus on new people, although that is really important. It's a combination, but I'll take the 5,500 gladiators today over anybody, truly. I really would. And we're going to grow. We're growing fast. And it's going to continue to grow. But I want the gladiators to win, and that's my only goal. It really is. All right, guys, I've been going off. I'm gonna hop in the comments and try to catch up. Sorry, there's quite a few. GRC, what's up, man? Hexdeck just bought a Rolex. Let's go, man. Love to see you win. Hating Toxic Tuesday, but I'll catch the replay. Will, good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you too. It's not always easy if you have a goal. Very true. Yep. I coach guys, and most of the M have a lot more money than me, and generally the major problem is them feeling happy and or motivated. It's all mental game. Absolutely. A tip for you youngins: don't sweat the little stuff. Divorce, bankruptcy, foreclosure, done it all. You can always make it back. 100%. One of my favorite authors is Tim Ferriss, and he talks about this exercise that he does, or he did. And essentially what he would do is make himself broke for 3 to 4 days and not like give away all his money. He just acts as if, because we all have this fear of losing it all and being homeless and not having money for food. And what he does is he creates that experience for himself. So he won't, take showers, won't change his clothes, very little money for food, just to feel it. And, I've tried it, and it, not a lot of people face that fear. And if you can kind of create it for yourself, there is a way to experience it. Hextech, fear, false emotions appearing real. Absolutely. How's it going, Dip Catcher? Welcome, welcome. It's getting spiritual up here. Yeah, man. I don't share a lot of this just because it can be overwhelming sometimes, but I did want to share with you guys just my feelings. Like I want Maximus DAO to be so much more than a crypto. I really do. And with what we're building, it's happening. Sandy Beach, good to see you. Rizzo, good to see you. Name, good to see you. I just caught up. I'm hoping to learn how to build a self-sustained off the grid Earthship community. Dude, that's awesome, man. I hope you do. Let's make it happen. Gladiators created a side contract for real estate investment for families in need for shelters worldwide. Dude, that's a huge goal, man. I love that. That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, figuring out how to leverage maximum yield for some real estate would be great. David, good to see you. You're damn right. We will win. We just have to claim it. Hit that like button, everybody. Absolutely. RH and Austin sued Maximus founders create a new smart contract to solve Austin's homeless issues by building a rural community. That's awesome. Yeah, let's do it. All right, guys. Well, I went on a little rant, and I appreciate you guys listening to that. Yeah, I really appreciate it, and thank you for all the ideas and questions. So, yeah, look, guys, let's talk about Maximus DAO and our next steps. So, for you guys that don't know, I'm one of the founders of Maximus DAO. My name's Stan, aka Gold Key on Twitter. Feel free to follow me. So we announced Maximus DAO in January, and in April we launched our first product, which is called Maximus. And Maximus was a protocol that enabled pooling for a max length hex stake. If you guys don't know about hex, you can go to hex.com, check it out. All good info, just about the basics. And I can maybe drop the MAXI. Let me actually pull this up. I'll share this with you guys that are following along. Just the Maximus white paper, because I'm going to just touch on it. But so in April, we launched with a 14-day mint phase where anyone could mint one maxi per one hex pledged to the Maximus contract. And then when the mint phase ended, anyone or the Maximus contract executed a max length 5-day stake. And so essentially the Maxi tokens represent ownership in that stake. So when that stake ends, whoever holds Maxi can redeem that Maxi's value in Hex and Hedron from the Maximus contract. So Maxi is earning about 32.5% APY, and the market is pricing in about 2 years of yield. So currently, I think it's at about, let's check it. Currently, it's at an 82% premium over the underlying asset of the Maximus stake. So it's doing really well. And that premium comes from people not selling their Maxi and knowing its worth, knowing its value. And the beauty of Maximus is that it provides you with the maximum yield from Hex, and it also provides you with the freedom for instant liquidity. So, again, your Maxi tokens essentially represent ownership in the stake, and you can buy more or sell your position, some or all your position in that stake by selling Maxi. And buying Maxi is buying more into that stake. So it's doing extremely well. At launch in the 14-day mint phase, it's raised 294 million hex. And at current value, when it launched, that was about 50 million hex, $50 worth of hex. So it did extremely well. Blew everyone's expectations, including mine. And demand's very high. Everyone was asking when's the next pool. And so after Maximus, we really had to think through how we support the Maximus DAO ecosystem best. And, a lot of people wanted us to just launch another 15-year stake. But the truth is, if we would have done that, we would have had two competing products, and it would have drastically pulled away buy pressure from MAXI, which we didn't want. So, you know, we consulted with our community, we listened, and so we, you know, as we're developing the Maximus DAO ecosystem, we're deploying a very strategic stake strategy that best empowers the ecosystem and doesn't harm, but rather benefits MAXI and any previous stake pool. So after, you know, month or two of talking it through, we started designing team and base. So if you guys haven't heard about it or haven't read the light paper or the white paper, so base is essentially like MAXI, but it is a 1 year perpetual hex stake, which is the first that's ever been. How it will work is there will be a mint phase like MAXI. I think initially we were talking about a shorter, like 7-day mint phase. I think it's going to be 14 days right now, but that might change. So it'll be a mint phase like MAXI where you can mint one base token per 1 hex pledged to the base contract. So the mint phase will happen. After the mint phase ends, the base stake will start, and it will be a 1 year stake. So when that base stake ends, you have the opportunity. You have 3 options. One, you can redeem your yield from that stake term. So with base, the APY will probably be around 12 to 14%. So you can redeem your hex from the base smart contract by burning your base, and you redeem that hex. So that's one option. The second option is you can leave your base in. And so by leaving base in, that will roll over into the next base stake term. So if you never touch your base, it'll just keep rolling over into the next term. And then the third option is you can mint more base. So the new mint rate, again, the first mint rate was 1-to-1, so 1 base per 1 hex. The new mint rate will be the redemption value after that stake term. So, you know, after this first year, it might be 1 to maybe 1.12 or 1.14. And every year that mint rate will ratchet up. So again, it's perpetual. So you could actually just earn rewards forever and not redeem, maybe add to your position, but it will go on forever. So that's base, is a perpetual 1 year stake. As far as with MAXI and how base and MAXI will operate together, one thing we've talked about as far as strategy goes is holding base to buy more MAXI when there might be a dip in the premium is a much better strategy than holding hex, because when you hold liquid hex, you're being diluted by 3.69% every year. And, you know, originally that was the incentive to stake your hexes, because you can earn that inflation. So with base, you have a liquid token that's earning that inflation. And so you can then, you know, swap for base or swap for MAXI at the best time, right? And you're not eating hex inflation. As far as another opportunity with hex or with MAXI and base is liquidity providing. So because both base, although they're going to be earning different APYs, because both base and MAXI are both earning hex inflation, much more likely to have less impermanent loss over time. And there might be a lot less volatility with base because it's only a 1 year stake versus with Maxi in the 15-year stake, there's a lot more speculation around, you know, what the value should be. Whereas with the 1 year, it's a little more solid. So you have, I don't like the term stablecoin because it's going to be gaining value, but you know, it's an improvement upon a stablecoin because it is, you know, earning yield while you're holding, which, you know, not a lot of coins do. So, you know, a lot of people don't touch liquidity providing. That's one. I mean, I don't really touch liquidity providing, but that is one area that I really want to explore as a community, because with both base and maxi, this yield on yield opportunity is huge. When you stake native hex, your money is locked up, and you have T shares, but you can't do anything with T shares. You can't lend it out. You can't, you know, yield farm. With maxi and base, you can. So, you know, that's one area that we want to explore, is how to increase, you know, compound our community's yields by giving new ways to earn. So that's base. Perpetual 1 year hex stake pool. Team is a new invention. It is an income sharing token. So Team will launch before base. So there will be a mint phase for base exclusively to maxi holders. So you'll need maxi to mint, and you can mint one team per one maxi. So I don't know how long that mint phase will be either. I don't know if we're going to do 7 or 14 days, but that will be before the base mint phase starts. So you'll have a period of time where you can mint one team per one maxi, pledge to the contract. And then during the base mint phase, you have the opportunity to stake your team tokens through the team contract, the team smart contract. So if you stake your team for a full base term, you have the opportunity to earn, in total, the team stakers can earn 50% of the bigger pays better bonus earned from the base stake, and they earn all the hedron from the base stake. The hedron isn't that much because it's a short-term stake, but there is hedron rewards. And so depending on how much team you own, you're able to earn those rewards. So that's one part of team. The other part of team is, you know, after the mint phase is complete, no more team will ever be created, and it will actually be deflationary. So if you stake your team and you unstake it early, there is a 1% team early in-stake fee. So when you stake your team, it actually gets burned and then reminted when you unstake. So if you were to unstake early with that 1% fee, if you have 100 team, you're staked 100 team, and you unstake early, you'll get 99 team back. So it's actually deflationary, which is another pump of mental. Let's see. With team, so the base rewards is one type of reward that team stakers can earn. The second guaranteed team reward that you can earn is from a maxi escrow. So 30% of the team, or 30% of the maxi that is used to mint team, is placed in an escrow smart contract and rewarded to team stakers in year 3, 6, and 9. So in year 3, 5% of the total maxi that was used to mint is rewarded back to team stakers. In year 6, 10% is rewarded back to team stakers, and in year 9, 10% is rewarded back to team stakers. So, you know, again, a total of 30%, and you don't have to be staked for 3 years. You only have to be staked in year 3. So if you think about what kind of market activity that would create as far as demand for team in years 2, 5, and 8, there's going to be crazy demand for team because people are going to be wanting to stake for those years where you can earn maxi rewards. So the base rewards from the 50% of the bigger pays better bonus and the Hedron is one of the rewards. The second reward is the maxi escrow kind of rebate that you get as a team staker. And it's going to create some really interesting demand cycles for team. And people talk about why would I give up my max for team? Everyone's going to have to make that decision for themselves. And actually, as a team staker, if you plan on minting team, you should actually appreciate that there is kind of this barrier to entry that someone would have to mint with maxi in order to get team, because the more team that's minted, the less rewards you're going to get. So there also is this element of potential upside. So, again, the maxi escrow and rewards is guaranteed, but the price appreciation of maxi over those years, no one knows, right? Could be a crazy premium where people are like, holy crap, and they're valuing that into team for those cycles. And again, those are the only two guaranteed, and there should be no expectations of future rewards, but there is a possibility that future Maximus DAO stake pools will incorporate some element of team staker rewards from maybe bonuses. Those dynamics aren't decided yet, so there is kind of a factor of potential for the future with stake pools in the future. So let me think if I've missed anything. So I'm gonna hop into comments real quick, and then maybe I'll pull up the diagram that just kind of shows what that looks like, because it's a little easier when you visualize it. Rizzo said Maximus was the answer to getting full hex flex with the ability to cash out when you need to. Absolutely. What's up, Unreal? At work, we'll watch later. I'm coming in heavy, boys. LFG. Let's go. Blue, good to see you. Okay, Hextech said, okay, understanding the value prop with base, need to wrap my head around team token. So yeah, basically with team, it's rewards, right? So you have the base rewards, which I talked about, and you have the maxi rewards, which I shared. So, the bigger unknown with those is how we reward team stakers with potentially future stake pools. And, on top of that, Dibcatcher and I were discussing, I think, in our Twitter space, which we recorded if you guys want to listen to. But there is potential for other protocols to build in team rewards. So, claimable rewards for team stakers, it's very simple to connect that where, if a protocol wanted to utilize our very strong and committed community to participate in their protocol, they could potentially reward team stakers, which, if anyone would be a very good group to essentially, it would be an airdrop. It would be like a trustless airdrop for communities if they want to participate. Okay, so I get that now. 100,000 maxi sacrifice might be a good thing. Yeah. Okay, so that brings up something I didn't talk about. So 20% of the maxi, and you need to factor this into how you're going to participate with these new launches. So 20% of the maxi that gets used to mint is burned actually burned, so they don't exist anymore. And when that happens, the redemption value, when the Maximus stake ends, the redemption value for all Maxi goes up instantly. So, for Maxi holders, you want to promote team. There's a natural incentive to promote team, because the more Maxi that gets used to mint team, more Maxi will get burned. The way I understand is the APY on team depends on the size of base. Yeah. So as far as base rewards go, team stakers, and this was the original intent behind creating team, because it's perpetual. If we would have just launched base on its own as a perpetual 1-year stake, who's to say in year 5 there's nobody that cares, to carry on, to keep pushing for a big stake, right? So team stakers are incentivized to promote the base stake in order to maximize their earnings as a team staker. So yeah, team stakers really want the base stake to be big. Motley, good to see you, bro. Thank you for explaining it more. It was quite confusing initially for me reading it on Twitter. Yeah, and I apologize about that. When I wrote the white paper, it was me and Dipcatcher really discussing all the details. And I'm someone that when I come across something new, I want to know everything about it. And we had very long sessions of us hammering out all the details. And I kind of converted those into the white paper. So it's a little dense, but it has pretty much, if you're someone that wants to know everything about it, I recommend you read that. If you don't want to invest, I think it was only 7 minutes long, but the light paper is much shorter. And on our Twitter, it's the team and base simplified, which is kind of like the shorter version, but all the good info. So would you have to wrestle me out of my, you would have to wrestle me out of my Maxi. Been DCA, the dip, and I love my Maxi. That's great, man. I love the name too. And no pun intended with the name. Hey, no one's trying to wrestle you out of your Maxi, man. Again, it's an opportunity for anyone that wants it. And the beauty of Maximus DAO is we're all about true freedom. Your keys, your coins. And if you don't want to participate in Maxi, you don't have to. You really don't. And you through the launching of team, your Maxi is going to be more valuable. So that's a solid strategy. If you just want to hold on to your Maxi, you might want to promote team just because your Maxi will become more valuable the more that's used to mint. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, everyone makes their own decisions. Maximus founders create a smart contract which pulls together funds to purchase large swaths of pristine forest and beachfront property, and each investor owns a tradable percentage of the original deed. That's awesome, man. That's a radical idea. Yeah, I mean, at some point, I do want to build some type of more traditional DAO with voting. I don't think DAOs still have a lot to figure out, and I'm not convinced of the efficiency as far as making decisions and executing. I mean, there's been some successful DAOs, but yeah, I feel like I'm excited for maybe the next 3 years for DAO, more standardized DAO development. And it's just been it's kind of the wild west right now for DAOs. And yeah, I mean, it's gonna be cool when PulseX come out. And I think, yeah, it does have some element of a DAO. I think DAOs are just useful when they're more focused. And I, with beachfront property, it'd be interesting to see what a DAO would like, want to do with that land. Yeah, I don't know. It'd be interesting. Well, yeah, if you guys have any questions about Team or Base or Maximus, feel free to drop any questions. I'm going to pull up the I'm going to pull up this diagram to just walk you guys through how it works. I know what I need. I need some. It's my favorite one. Let me just make sure I don't have anything open. You guys can't see. Messages, notes. All right, guys, so I'm just pulling this up real quick. My computer's being slow. Guys, I've gone through, since the launch of Maximus, I've gone through 3 computers. I went through 2 during the launch of Maximus, and I didn't want to spread any like FUD while we were like taking off, but I was like, I was like doing streams on my phone, like trying to like figure out how to design marketing material in like Canva. It was crazy. And this computer, I can't wait. So I'm about to get an office in August, and I want to get a desktop computer so bad. I haven't had a desktop computer since I was like 10, and it was dial up. So I've never had like a powerful desktop computer, and I've been just like going through MacBooks like crazy. They're good for a time, but like I don't know if I'm just doing heavy stuff or I just like abuse them or what, but they just don't last for me at all. It sucks. All right, I'm pulling this up. I could just share. What's the best way to do this? What am I looking for? I think it's infographic. Okay. So this is the team and base launch and stake cycle. So I feel like when you see it visually, it's a lot easier to understand. Pretty simple. So this will launch with the team mint period, which will likely be probably like 14 days, where you can mint 1 maxi per 1 team. after the team mint period, the base mint phase starts, where you can mint 1 base per 1 hex pledged to the base contract. And also the team commitment period is going on at the same time, where you can stake your team. So after that ends, the Maximus stake term can start. So that's a 1-year stake. When the stake ends, the base mint phase begins. So you can mint 1 base with 1 or the new redemption value of base. So it'll be determined based off the yield earned from the base stake. So it'll probably be like one base to like 1.14 hex probably. At the same time, the base redemption phase is going on, so you can redeem your hex your hex yield and principal and yield earned from the base stake that term. And then at the same time, the team claim period is going on, where you can claim your hex and hedron from the base stake. And this has a plus sign because, in year 3, you'll be able to claim MAXI as well. And then, as far as like future pools go, you might be able to claim any rewards. And the thing about team, unlike base and maxi, when you redeem or you claim your rewards, you're not burning your team. So the team claiming is actually address based. So the contract will basically be keeping a log of if you staked your team for that entire term, and if you did, then you can claim rewards. The thing about claiming your rewards too is if you've completed a cycle or multiple cycles, there isn't a period where you aren't able to claim those rewards. You can claim that at any time after you completed that term. And then with team, unlike base, with team, you actually need to restake your team. So one thing we've changed a little bit is initially we were going to have a requirement where you had to stake your team during this period. This period after the first one might be like 7 days, just to maximize yield per day. But now, any time from the start of this stake, within that whole year, you can stake your team for the following period. So it doesn't just have to be during this period here. And then after the base mint phase ends, the new base stake term starts, and that's another 1-year stake. And then this follows it. So this will be, over here after this base stake term, and that cycle continues forever. So yeah, that's pretty much the simplest form to understand base and team is just to look at what that cycle looks like. And after this team mint period, no more team will ever be minted, and it will actually be deflationary, because if you stake your team and then during this base stake term, and people might actually do this because team, unlike base and maxi, it really does have kind of crazy upside potential. So, during a team or during a stake term, price might go crazy just with demand, and people might be okay with eating that 1% fee in order to lock in their team gains, and that's a valid strategy if it's worth it, right? So again, everybody has power over their coins, and some people might choose to do that. So yeah, let me pop back over to Constantine said groovy. Yeah, this is my favorite song. I need music sometimes. I hope it's not. Let me know if it's too loud, guys. I can drop it down, but I'm talking to myself here, so I need a little music. Cindy said, will this be on ETH? If so, will there be a copy on Pulse Chain? Do you know when minting phase? Thanks. So yeah, so we're definitely launching on ETH. The goal for us is definitely to launch before Pulse Chain, because with team and base, this isn't a sacrifice phase. When you mint your tokens, you get them immediately. So if we can launch this before Pulse Chain, just like Maxi, you will get a copy of your coins, and the stakes will be copied over to Pulse Chain as well. So that's what we're shooting for. No one knows when Pulse Chain is going to launch, but we're moving as fast as we can. Roof Dog, good to see you, man. Is the 1% team penalty burnt? Yes. So that's what I was saying about it being deflationary. So yeah, that's burnt, and team becomes a little more rare. So I keep my team, but get Maxi back as reward. Yeah, so 30% of the Maxi used to mint team is going back to team stakers in year 3, 6, and 9. Blue said, you get Hex and Hedron after 1 year of staking team. Correct. Yep. So again, 50% of the bigger pay, the bigger pays better bonus from the base stake goes to team stakers, and then all the Hedron goes to team stakers as well. And reclaim part of the Maxi you pledged by staking team during years 3, 6, and 9. Correct. You got it. Sound is a great level. Awesome. Okay, perfect. Sandy said, thank you. Of course. Feel free to drop any questions, guys. I'm here for you guys. My goal, of course, I can't give you financial advice, but I want to give you guys the best information to make your decisions for what's to come with team, base, Maxi. The idea is, one, I would never recommend you give up all your Maxi for team unless that's what you really want to do. Maxi is a great asset to hold long term, and so like some great strategies I've heard is, right now with Maxi being at 7 cents, if you're coming in with new money, you can actually get Maxi cheaper than during the mint phase. And we look at the 81% premium, but I'm talking about if you were to buy Maxi with new money, you can get a great rate, a discount from the mint phase rate because the hex price was higher. So, I'm looking at the Maxi hex chart right now in USD value, and so it although it's at a premium in hex terms, still a great time to buy Maxi if you've got money to invest. And tell the people around you about that, because I don't know how long. Well, one, I don't know how long this bear market's gonna last, and I don't know how long. With everything that's about to happen, I don't know how long this premium is going to stay where it's at and not skyrocket. So, and I'm not saying it will. No expectations, but Maxi is going to get more valuable. So, we've already started to see some people really accumulating, which is great to see. And so to simplify, regardless of how, I feel like the best way to prepare right now is to just stack Maxi and Hex. You need Maxi to mint team, and you need Hex to mint base. So that's the winning strategy at this moment, right? Would be funny if all the Maxi got burnt for team. Right? I mean, that's what's really cool about with Maxi being minted 1-to-1 with Hex, is we get to like see how its value really performs against Hex. And it's already done extremely well. I think better than anyone. I knew it would be at a premium. Personally, I thought it was going to take a little longer for it to just shoot up, but like literally right after we started the stake, it went straight up. So, with base, we might see the same thing. No expectations, but the gladiators hold a premium and they know future value. So we'll see what happens, but I'm excited for it. Sandy said, I'm accumulating Maxi along with Hex. That's the way to do it. I mean, what other assets right now do you really want? And that's a rhetorical question. I know there's other good assets out there, but yeah, hard to compete with Maxi. That's truly, with us launching new things, I truly feel that the only competition that we have is literally the only thing we launched. Like Maxi, it's hard to compete with Maxi. It really is. So when people are talking about like, oh, I don't know if I want to mint team, I'm like, dude, I understand. I get it, So again, everyone's got to make their own strategy for this, and just factor in their own risk and their goals and what you want. Base is a shorter stake with a lower APY. But with it launching, and if it performs like Maxi did after launch, solid investment. And shorter realizable gains. A lot of people, even with Maxi, and the number 2 value prop is instant liquidity. A lot of people were like, oh, I want Hex. And so for those people, they're very excited about base, because it's yearly realizable Hex gains to do what you want with, right? Like you can either stay in or keep earning yield. Dipcatcher said, Holy Trinity. Absolutely. Maxi long-term savings, base short-term cash flow. Exactly. Shit, am I frozen, guys? Uh-oh. Oh, no. I just wasn't live. Okay. Thank you, Sandy. Thank you. My YouTube froze. Team, annual cash flow plus high risk, high reward underlying. Absolutely. Thank you. Oh, man. I'm so excited, guys. I promise you, it's like, if you're learning about this right now, I just want you to know that like it's good that you just have time to learn and then to develop your strategy, because there are going to be a lot of people that are going to learn about this closer to launch or after launch that wish they had that like opportunity to just digest it all. And as we get closer to launch, just like with Maxi, Maxi was like pretty complex when we first started out, and then it, the core things about it and why you want it just, aligned. And that's been happening with Team and Base. The more we talk about it, the more we answer questions, the more we're learning about it too, because we've thought deeply through the tokenomics and why this is great for the Maximus DAO ecosystem. But, you know, when you bring it to your community, there is this level of, you know, meeting of minds where, you know, there's real questions coming in, and, you know, some questions we don't always have answers to. Luckily, we've been, you know, we've been able to keep our products very, very simple. You know, the team and base contracts are, base is essentially Maxi with a few lines of code changed, and team is super simple as well. So, you know, we're carrying on from what we learned from Maxi with keeping it simple. And even with keeping it simple, like with team, for example, it is brand new. Base is like, you know, if you get Maxi, which our community does, then you get base. It's just like, you know, rolls over. And so there's like one thing to learn with team. You know, there's a little more like learning involved with how it works and why do I want it. But I will tell you this, with team, there's just like this exciting upside that isn't necessarily like, you know, with base and Maxi, you can kind of estimate like APY. And so there's like a lot more knowns just based off of like, you know, average daily t-share payout and hex price and hedron price. With team, there's just a lot, you know, although it may not like be as easy to equate, like, okay, this is how much APY I'm going to earn every year. With team, there's a little more of like a possibility for some crazy numbers. And, you know, and it's also, I understand why everyone's kind of like, why would I give up my Maxi? And that's like the bar that team setting is like, it's got to outperform Maxi. You know, there should be no expectations it will, but it could, right? And with that, it could outperform. Like, we don't know. And that, I don't know. It's exciting. Team's exciting. Dipcatcher said, team could be the most scarce, most desirable community token on Earth. Are you on the team? Yeah, man. There is like how we design team. It really is like you're joining Maximus DAO because it is income sharing. The success of base in future pools for Maximus is aligned with team stakers. So yeah, I love that aspect. Good to see you, Firefighting. Damn, missed some, but we'll be rewatching. Been waiting for some new info. Yeah, man. Sorry for the delay on hopping back on stream. You know, I did want to have my understanding of team and base really ironed out, and me and Dipcatcher have been talking for, you know, months now, just on all the details. And yeah, I feel confident to answer any questions now. And yeah, it's been great. Blue said, I'm sold. That's good to hear, man. Hope you're excited. Hextech said, Dipcatcher, I've set my investment decision, dry powder and pineapple hands. Let's go. Constantine says, staking Trinity. Absolutely. DC said, the APY is secondary to the team value appreciation potential. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the scarcity, the deflationary aspect of team, the staking of team, it could be a very, very rare asset. It really could. And also, you know, with minting of team, it's using Maxi. So that's, for a lot of people just want to hold their Maxi, and that's totally cool. But it will make it more rare. Hextech said, some people have diamond hands, some people have pineapple hands. Every big hex dip, I go right to Maxi chart to see how cheap I can get more. Dude, that's awesome. I'm literally the same way. And it's when you minted Maxi and you're looking at the 81%, premium, it's crazy because we still have this crazy upside in a bear market because, we're way up over the underlying asset, and yet we could still buy more at a cheaper price. Like, it's just a win-win. It's a weird thing. And it's a good spot to be in, even if you minted. And I know everyone's glad they minted Maxi with their hex, and I know a lot of people that wish they minted more, just because it's like, it's been a huge buffer on the hex retrace. It really has. We're still up 81% over that. So great move to you guys. Congratulations on getting in. How does the team rewards transfer if you buy token or sell it before 369 timeframe? So just to clarify again, you don't have to be staked. So hex or team staking is yearly. So every year you're going to need to restake. And when you stake for that year, you earn the rewards that are earned within that term. So how it'll work with the Maxi escrow account is, if you are staked for year 3, for year 6, and for year 9, you can earn that Maxi. And so those rewards are actually transferred to the team smart contract, which is held there. And then when that term ends, you can redeem that value. Let me just reread that again to make sure I answered it. How does the team rewards transfer if you buy token or sell before 3? Yeah, so just going off of that, if you sell your tokens before 3, 6, before those years, whoever owns them now can stake them and earn those years or earn those rewards in those years. So let's say you mint team, you stake it for the first year, and then you sell it. You'll always be able to redeem that, that 1 year that you were staked after you sold it, which is good news. But whoever bought it is now able to stake it starting at the next term and earn, or starting before the next term and earn for that term. So it'll be a yearly cycle of staking with team. If you make lightning strike twice, that would put you on a trajectory Mars with a fat stack of Omega 369. Absolutely. Blue Mom says, how is team deflationary? So after the mint phase is in, after the team mint phase ends, no more team will ever be minted. And if you stake your team for a term and you early in stake, there's a 1% team early in stake fee. So, when you stake your team, it gets burned much like Hex. And then when you unstake, it gets reminted. So if you staked 100 team and then you unstake early, you would get 99 team back. So, and when that one team that you didn't get back gets burned, it never gets reminted. It doesn't get burned. It just doesn't get reminted. Burn that Maxi. The team yield is just a bonus. Hextech said, look forward to having a discussion with you and Dipcatcher in Vegas if you're there. We are going to be there. Are you talking about PulseCon? We're going to be at PulseCon. Our community actually raised, money to send us. So we're going to have a table. Me and Dipcatcher are both going to be there. So we set a goal of 15K to get a table or, a booth. Ended up raising 30K. And we're actually sending Keytron there as well. So catch us all there, man. It's gonna be a good time. If you guys want to go, the code for us is Maximus, and you can get 50% off tickets. Yeah, just Maximus is 15% off. Team is deflationary because if you in-stake early, yep. When will base be staked and start its first year? So we haven't announced launch dates yet. So definitely watch it back. I went over kind of how the launch and the stake cycles will work. But at the initial launch, the team mint phase will start. And then after that ends, the base mint phase will start. And then after the base mint phase, the stake will start. So we're going to announce, we definitely value like launch dates and just, so we won't announce an official launch date till after we get our security audits. Seek 5555, what's up, man? That looks like rags to riches. Is that rags? Bonuses are taxable events, right? Could you repurpose the yield into a non-taxable event, such as a perpetual line of credit that's never owed back? So I'm not going to speak on taxes. You're going to have to check with, a local accountant. I'd highly recommend you do that. Just with, local tax laws, I can't provide you with that advice. Yeah, I think I don't even want to like give you any bad advice. I think that's just the best way to go is to talk to an accountant. When would you and Dipcatcher speak with Jimmer at Crypto soon? Absolutely, man. We're just we're in like the later stages of the kind of design and development phase, and we really liked how we rolled out Maximus. It was kind of a nice progression of like getting further enough with the development and design, and then we rolled into like the test phase and audits, and we were doing kind of like almost like a roadshow of hopping on streams. So we're definitely going to be doing that as we approach team and base launches for sure. So stay tuned for that. GRC, if you're on here, let's set up a stream soon, man. Yes, we'll be in Vegas 3 days. Oh, awesome, man. I was thinking about doing that because PulseCon is like midweek. So yeah, I'd love to go that weekend before. That'd be fun. Should the 1% early in-stake penalty be higher? The sweet spot is low enough to where people are willing to do it, but high enough to have deflationary pressure. I mean, Hex set a freaking high bar with early in-stake penalties. I definitely don't want to do 50%. Yeah, 1% is pretty low. But it's a good question. I need to think on that. Hextech said 3% would be my choice. Yeah, I think 3%. I mean, under 10, under 10, because yeah, there is that balance. Kind of depends on how many team are minted, doesn't it? Yeah. So I mean, the most team that could ever be minted is 294 million. If all Maxi was used to mint team, which I doubt it will. that would be crazy, but I don't think it will. What would be like? Let me just pull the exact number. of Maximus total supply. What's crazy is Maximus is about to become deflationary. Like with the launch of Team, Maximus is deflationary. So I never really thought through that. All Maxi is about to become more valuable. Oops. So let's say 10% gets burned, or 10% gets, maybe 15. Let's see what 15 is. So 15 is 44 million. And then if we multiply that by 20, so 8 million Maxi getting burned. If 15% of Maxi, 8.8 million Maxi would get burned if 15% of Maxi got used to mint Team. It's a lot. I want to create a Google Sheet calculator to see how that would affect price or redemption value. Firefighting says, I think 3% is good as well. Well, shoot, guys, we're making DAO decisions right now. I love it. Yeah, what do you guys think should be the early end stake penalty for Team? God, if that might just get crazy. If there's so many pumpamentals at Team. It's trying to wrap my head around all of them. Perhaps a rolling penalty 369. Interesting. I wonder if it. Ooh, 3.69% deflation. I like that. I like that. No, I got that sometimes in Vegas meet. Dude, that's crazy. When I it's got to be the shades, because I still am convinced that is rags to riches. You got the rags to riches glasses. That's why. I'm his twin, I guess. You really are, dude. You gotta. I don't know who's going to PulseCon. I wish there was like a. I want to create a website where everyone's just like RSVPs that they're going. Oh my gosh, if I was on PulseCon team, I would create a website. I'm giving this idea away for free because I don't want to build it, but I think it's a good idea. If people are like somehow verify that people have a ticket, you connect your Twitter, and then you just RSVP, and it just shows a list of like who's going to be there. I'm Seek, the one and only. Let's go. Instead of mystery box, I would copy 50% EES, go to OA, and 50% is burned. The mystery box adds a level of investment risk to the majority of people. It really depends how you look at it. So with team, for example, the less team that is staked, the higher rewards for base. If you think about it. So if there is, and there, so here's the thing about the mystery boxes, there should be no expectations, right? There really should, it's going to remain a mystery. I'm just talking about hypotheticals. If the mystery box operated much like the OA, where they didn't stake their team, and so 50%, is out of team staking, the APY and the attractiveness of staking team could be much higher. So just one thought there. 3.69. Sandy Zen. Hex Metal says 5%. LOL, people shows up the day or last minute decisions. you got some time. You got a little bit of time to learn about Team and Base. If you guys are just tuning in, highly recommend you guys follow us on Twitter. I think I made a, let me see. I think I made a banner. I love StreamYard. Is one of the best dApps I've ever, I mean, not dApps, web apps I've ever seen. It's just so simple. It gives you all you need, allows you to like, because the hard thing about streaming, I started with OBS and it was like so complicated with all the, like just so much learning. You could just hop on here with StreamYard. You know, it's not free, but so worth it. Just makes it so easy. Rags doesn't have 5555 tatted on his hand. What? I gotta see that. That's sick. Hextech says, I have an idea about the mystery box, but like KNTX, I can't talk about it on live stream. That's funny, man. I was on stream with Cabana and Motley Investor the other day. We were talking about Team and Base, and as I'm sharing about it, Motley definitely had just like an alpha idea. And I mean, smart of him, man. Like he didn't share his idea. And so I respect it, man. Honestly, I'm constantly surprised by how much insight a lot of people give away about their own strategy. Sometimes it surprises me. So for those of you guys just tuning in, we're talking about Team and Base, the newest products coming from Maximus DAO. Very, very exciting stuff. A lot of opportunity. You know, Base is opening up the door for small stakers to, I don't know, like depending on how long you've been around Hex, like, and you follow, you know, the Hex whale bot, whales play this short stake game for passive income, and they're making great money, you know, executing on short stakes. And, you know, unfortunately, being a small staker, whether it's gas fees or, you know, not experiencing as big of a bonus with the bigger pays better, you know, it's just not really available to small stakers. So Base really opens that door to, you know, short-term passive income in Hex, which is very exciting. Yeah, only in this community. Awesome. Motley Investor, don't tell the alpha till next Friday. You were actually watching the stream. I know. I was like, what, dude? So I guess we gotta stay tuned till happy hour this Friday to all learn Motley's alpha. The people that thought the Hex away was a risk experienced huge opportunity cost. Yeah. And they still do, right? Like so many people they don't understand. And you know, it's like one of the powerful things about Hex is the OA. It's a huge pump middle. You know, in some cases, like centralized ownership does you know, benefit if you trust the entity. Like with Hex, everyone in Hex trusts the OA because it operates in the best interests of Hex holders. You know, it holds, like, why would it want to hurt the incentive for people to want that token and for the token to appreciate in value, right? Firefighting, will burn Maxi affect the rate of Maxi in stake? Yes. So all Maxi, through the launch of Team, 20% of the Maxi used to mint Team is actually burned, so it doesn't exist anymore. And that will instantly increase the redemption value for all Maxi. So it will it'll increase the redemption value per Maxi. Hex Token, legend, man. Welcome. Everyone go subscribe to Hex Token. He's been so consistent with content and always shouting out Maxi, always talking about what we're doing. So I really, really appreciate it, guys. Go subscribe to his channel for sure. And we got Bran in the house, dude. What? I'm just kidding. Man, good to see you. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. You're going to have a 555 sub party. What? Guys, go subscribe to Valiant as well, dude. Congrats, man. I need a soundboard. That's awesome, man. Congratulations. You've been hustling for so long and just producing, just quality content that has really shaped our community. So I really appreciate it, Brand. Keep it up, man. Keep going. What? This is my first super chat, guys. Holy shit. Come from Dip Catcher. Dude, I just crossed 1,000 followers or 1,000 subs. Never got a super chat before. That's awesome, dude. Thanks, bro. That's awesome, man. Everyone's just winning, man. Everyone's winning this community. Like, I hope you guys like really just appreciate your wins, man. Appreciate your community that's around you. Like, I'm so grateful every day, man. Like, it's so rare to be surrounded by people that are just like taking advantage of life, dreaming big, figuring out how to level up like financially and outside of crypto. It's amazing, man. People in this community are just doing such big stuff, and it's amazing. It's inspiring. Black Crypto in the house too? Oh my gosh, man. I gotta pull up. One second. One of my favorite songs of all time. Let me see. All right, one second. Tab.
Got me on my hex shit. Sure. On my hex shit. We doing multiple X's. Know who the best is. Got me on my hex shit. Make a count going ahead. Got me on my head shit. 1 cent, 2 cent, 3 cent. Tell me what's next, bitch. About to get a check, bitch. All them other broke cryptos getting scammed like exit. You know who the best is. Trying to invest my suggestion. Go and get some hex quick. Got me on my head shit. 4 cent, 5 cent, 6 cent. Tell me what's next, bitch. Got me on my head shit. 1 cent, 2 cent, 3 cent. Tell me what's next, bitch. Got to get a check, bitch. All them other broke cryptos getting scammed like exit. You know who the best is. Trying to invest my suggestion. Go and get some hex quick. Got me on my head shit. 4 cent, 5 cent, 6 cent. Tell me what's next, bitch. All on the net trying to flip my investment. I sent them a message to get some suggestions. Couple tutorials, learned a few lessons. I clicked a few links, I made several transactions. Ran in the hex and I said I'ma test it. I ran a few functions, it brought satisfaction. Taught me compounding and multiplication. The mother cryptos, percentage and fraction. Staking got the MetaMask app too active. APY way too high, no cap. 3.69 inflation, they capped it. Got me taking all the booty in the loop like the cap. This is what the hood call internet trap. Chilling in the chat, got the intellect crack. T-shirt, we stack. Working share, better be where we at you. Got me on my hex shit. 1 cent, 2 cent, 3 cent. Tell me what's next, bitch. About to get a check, bitch. All them other broke cryptos getting scammed like exit. You know who the best is. Trying to invest my suggestion. Go and get some hex quick. Got me on my hex shit. 4 cent, 5 cent, 6 cent. Tell me what's next, bitch. Got me on my hex shit. 1 cent, 2 cent, 3 cent. Tell me what's next, bitch. About to get a check, bitch. All them other broke cryptos getting scammed like exit. You know who the best is. Trying to invest my suggestion. Go and get some hex quick. Got me on my hex shit. 4 cent, 5 cent, 6 cent. Tell me what's next, bitch.
Woo! The most underrated artist out there. I'm telling you guys. You have no idea how many times I listen to that. It gets me hyped up. It gets me hyped up, man. And we have so many artists in this like community who are just making stuff. It's amazing. We got people doing like rock star tours, like spreading the word about Hex, dude. What? Like the amount of energy that is in this community, guys. It's crazy. It's crazy. I hope it inspires you to be like, holy shit, like what can I do? Like what do I love to do? Do I love making music? Do I love making art? Do I like just talking to people? Like it's just so empowering, man. I get inspired by everyone around me all the time. And I'm learning, like we also have just brilliant people that are dropping alpha, not only in crypto, but just in life. Like the amount of experience. Think about, I don't even know, hard to really estimate how many holders and how many community members we have. But think about if you multiply that by how old they were and how much years, how many like thousands and thousands of years of experience this community actually holds. And everyone's on their own journey, has learned their own thing, and they're bringing it to the table to make Hex great. We've got builders, we've got artists, we've got amazing people that just are awesome to be around. Like it's truly inspiring. And I'm so grateful. Like we're so lucky to be in this. And we're so early. We're only 2 years in. It's amazing. I'm blown away, guys. I am blown away always. And I'm like, the fact that you guys are here right now, like I've got 40 people in here. What? Like, who gets that? I'm so grateful. So thank you guys so much for being here, man. Excited for Hex, excited for Maximus, excited to see some of you guys in Vegas at PulseCon in September. I think it's the 6th to the 9th. So if you guys want to go, would love to see you there. If you don't want to go to the conference, maybe come out early. I might go out early. I might try to go out the weekend before. But yeah, man, really appreciate you guys. Dippy Catcher said, serious banger. Yeah, you guys. Let me. Okay, BLAK Crypto. Search on YouTube. Go subscribe. Go promote his music, man. He's dropping so much good stuff. Hex Deck, what Bro, you didn't have to do that. Thank you so much. I'm sorry I didn't see that sooner, man. Thank you so much. Wow, bro. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. You didn't need to do that. So much love, man. Be out your way before Vegas to see Hex Jumbo. Man, Hextech, you didn't need to do that, bro. Thank you so much. That means a lot, man. Legendary number. You're a legend, dude. Thank you. Good to see you, Chris. On my Hex shit. Yep. We're all on our Hex shit, man. Sandy's turning up. Seriously amazing music. Most underrated artist. Hell yeah, guys. Go subscribe. Absolute bars. How's it going, A Wild? Good to see you. Hexicans are the besticans. Absolutely. Hey, I appreciate that, Chris. You're fam too, man. We're all fam. We're all here to support each other, and I love you guys, man. I really do. I don't, I haven't met most of the people that I talk to every day in real life, but yet, like, I have this deep love for you guys, man. I really appreciate it. Yeah, you can use Wild 15 or Maximus to get that discount. I'm just kidding. Absolutely. This is my 7 years ago pandemic mix. Very much love, brother. Yeah, guys, go follow all the creators. It means a lot. It really does. The more you guys engage, you guys know how it works just with the algorithm. The Hexicans create more content than any other community, bar none. And not just like content, but like valuable content that you actually learn from. And it, shout out Richard Hart for producing, I don't know, man, thousands of hours of free content for us to learn from, and inspired a lot of other people to create content. And so yeah, shout out to the Godfather for sure. Oh, we actually got a Godfather in here. Godfather Jason. What's up, man? Good to see you. All the codes, yeah. If you use both codes, 30%. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, Vegas is gonna be a blast, guys. Should be really, really fun. I think Dip Catcher is gonna get up on stage and give a talk or be on a panel or something. But I'm just excited to meet you guys. So if you're there, I look forward to it. I'm probably gonna be hopping off in about a minute or two. But again, thank you guys so much. This has been a really fun stream. It's been a little bit, so definitely want to be hopping on here more. I want to get Dip Catcher on here, dropping some serious alpha, and I hope you guys are excited for what's to come, man. It's going to be, with everything coming out, whenever Pulse Chain comes out, it's going to be awesome. And love you guys. All right. Talk soon. Later.